Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As part of my last delivery product unboxing that came in on Wednesday, I got Spruance Leader from Danverson Games, the Cold War Fleet Combat Solitaire strategy game. In this video, we're going to crack this game open and see what all is in the box. We'll start by taking a look at the back of the box. Let me zoom it out just a touch. Sonar contact, Bloodhound away. Spruance Leader places you in command of a naval task force during the Cold War, executing missions to deter or win a war with the Soviets. Assemble the appropriate ships to attack targets and defend the task force from Soviet submarines, naval ships, and aircraft. Leverage your commander's skills to best support your mission. Spruance Leader is a solitaire game. Spruance Leader includes 11 campaigns: North Atlantic Skirmishes, North Atlantic Sea Lanes, Atlantic War, Linked Atlantic Campaign, Hold the Line, Med or Black Sea Assault, Invasion of Hokkaido, Indonesian Soviet Influence, Destroy the Kirov, Escape and Evade, and Falkland Islands War. Your units include frigates, destroyers, cruisers, and more. Spruance Leader is a solitaire game. You command the NATO and Allied forces and make historically accurate decisions, while the built-in game system generates the battles and controls the opposing forces. This means you can play the game at your own pace, whenever and wherever you choose. A Dean Brown game design. Game scale, tactical, and operational. Players 1. Time to play 30 minutes per mission. Complexity, low to moderate, though I've heard that might be a load of nonsense. But let's crack this open and see what's actually in the box. So, we'll start by dropping the knife, apparently. Thankfully, it wasn't open at the time. Now we'll slip it in here. Okay. We'll pull the shrink wrap off. Take a quick gander at the box with the shrink wrap off. And we'll get this open and see what's all in here. We are, of course, greeted first of all by the rule book, which we'll give our cursory thumb through to toward the end. This seems like a pretty big tactical display, if I had to guess. Sure enough, it's the tactical display, and as always, with DVG games, just the camera, zoom out. Very glossy as always. I'll have to figure out some way to solve that before this game gets to the channel. It may just be a case of nothing I can do there. But that's the tactical display. Next, we're greeted by the task force log on glossy paper. Double-sided. I don't know why it got printed this way. Yep. Looks like a quick reference card, ship and sub actions, along with helicopter and commander actions. Basic campaign sequence of play, that will be helpful. That is a long campaign sequence of play. But next we're greeted by the campaigns. We've got North Atlantic Skirmishes, saying to use the Atlantic ships. Not double-sided as usual. North Atlantic Sea Lanes. Invasion of Hokkaido. Linked Atlantic Campaign. It looks like for the 3 of those scenarios. Not double-sided. Hold the Line. Med and Black Sea Assault. Atlantic War. Indonesian Soviet Influence. Only short and long, which I'm noticing is kind of interesting. Destroy the Kirov. Escape and Evade. And Falkland Islands War. Now, what kind of interested me about this game is I really didn't have a good Cold War game. So I decided to grab this one and sink my teeth into it, but there's a lot here to sink my teeth into. Next, we're greeted by the counter sheets. There's sheet 1. And the back of that. Sheet 2. And the back of that. Sheet 3. And the back. Sheet 4. Probably our familiar combat or commander stress right here. Sheet 5, along with a bunch of blank counters. Back of that. Whoa, looks like I punched one out way before I was ready for it. I probably can't put that back in. Oh, yes, I can, surprisingly. Sheet 6. Seven. And 8. Along with the D10. 4 sealed packs of cards. And then we'll bring the box in to see if there's anything under the insert. It feels like there is not, and there isn't. Okay. The insert is going to get bent, though. I don't tend to keep inserts for too long, especially once sleeving becomes a consideration. So we can put all of these back in the box. Carefully. There we go. Now we'll leave the cards and the die out for a second because the rulebook's going to go on top of that. But before we do that, let's give the rulebook our cursory thumb through. Glossy paper, 50-page rulebook. Okay. They're also offering there are also expansions available for this game, which I may end up picking up after. I may end up picking up the expansions once I get into this game a little bit more, but we'll see about that. Explanation of how the counters and all of that work. Explaining how everything works. Okay. A lot devoted to the different counters in the game, but I guess I can't be surprised when there's like 7 or 8 counter sheets in the game. Explaining how the actions work. Now we're into commander actions. Helicopter actions. Campaigns, looks like campaign setup. Sequence of play. Mission setup. Enemy air engagement. Mission debriefing, campaign evaluation, and optional rules. Looks like historical reference on ships and ordnance. And examples of play. Okay, that's everything in the box for Spruance Leader, so now we can get everything back in. Yep, that'll close nice and neat. At least until I get everything punched and sleeved. There we go. Okay. And that's everything in the box for Spruance Leader. As this video is being recorded, the third scenario for the winter campaign is live now, and I'm expecting to have the campaign outro for that probably yet this afternoon, maybe into the evening. As for what's next on the channel, Wednesday we're playing Mag 23 Guadalcanal from Historic Wings. Saturday we're making the last recipe out of the Cooking with Deadpool cookbook for Mystical Munchies, Dessert Chimney. Next week we're playing something else. We're going to be playing something else, but I don't know what we're playing yet. I'll know if I don't know by the time Mag 23 Guadalcanal goes up. I'll know by the time I'm getting ready to film Mystical Munchies on Saturday, and I'll announce it when I know. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.